Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial in this look here. I feel really cute and girly and glam, and I hope you enjoy this look too. I know that makeup tutorials don't do as well on my channel and on YouTube in general as like other kinds of videos, but makeup tutorials are something that I personally love. I love makeup, I love playing with makeup, I like doing my makeup, and I feel like every time I do a makeup video I get to practice my skills and get a little bit better than I was before. So although they're not the most popular video, I'm filming these videos for me, so I hope that you enjoy them too.
Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this look here. It's a really pretty baby pink kind of inspired look using the shade Pink Sugar from the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. It's a really cute, fresh kind of girly glam look, and if you'd like to see how I did it, then please keep on watching. Okay, I'm going to go straight in with foundation today. I'm going to be using the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour Comfort Serum Foundation in the shade 103 True Ivory. I'm going to use it, oops, I just pumped it onto my finger. Emily. Okay, I'm going to be using this like puff from Innisfree. It's just one of their like face puffs instead of a foundation brush today. I just felt like switching it up. And I'm just going to be patting this in all over my skin. Where's my mirror? Oh, it's right here. How are you guys? What is new? Have you been watching the Olympics? I watched the opening ceremony last night and I'm excited to watch the greatest show on earth. That's what they call the Olympics, right? The greatest show on earth. I'm most excited to watch the gymnastics category. How about you? What is your favorite category of the Olympics to watch? I just really like gymnastics, but of course I like the other categories too. I also like to watch like the swimming, of course the like running, but yeah, gymnastics is my fave. Did you know cheer just became an Olympic sport? So yeah, cheer is now recognized by the Olympics as an Olympic sport, which is super exciting. I think that decision was made this week, which means probably, does that mean next Olympics that there'll be cheer teams in the Olympics? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I literally don't know, but I'm excited that cheer is now an Olympic sport. I've made a real mess of this foundation pump. I would like one more pump, just a little bit more coverage on this side, just to cover my whole face. I feel like the puff, it does absorb a little bit of foundation, but it's nothing major. Like, I don't feel like it's, you know, soaking up all the foundation, just drinking it up. It's really good, and I feel like I'm able to work it like nicely over the skin to the level of coverage that I am looking for. Yeah, I might even like puffs more than beauty blenders. Don't quote me on that. I might change my mind, but I just find puffs so easy to work with. Like these kind of like, these are like cushion foundation kind of puffs. I just really like the cushion puffs. There's something on my eye. It's still there. Get out. Oh, I got it. Good. Okay, let's do some concealer now. The concealer I'm going to be using is also from Rimmel, and it's the Lasting Matte Concealer in the shade 10 Ivory. It's the one I've been using recently. And I'm just going to pop this underneath my eyes in no particular shape. I'm just going for it, cleaning off that doe foot applicator. This is going to be a really like pink girly look. It's inspired by the shade Pink Sugar in the Too Faced Semi-Sweet palette, so I'm going to be using that shade as the focus of this look, and that's why I'm dressed like super girly today. I mean, I'm usually a girly person anyway, but like the theme is like Pink Sugar, you know, it's like extra girly, so that's what I'm going for. I like this concealer because it's not too high coverage. It still looks skin-like on the skin, but it does give a little bit of brightness, and if I wear it like no foundation, I just want like a bit of something, it does conceal what I need it to conceal, and it's like you can build it up to what you need. Okay, I'm going to set the face now with some powder, and the powder I'm going to be using is the Bourjois Healthy Mix powder. You can see my crumbly, broken amount of powder at the bottom there. This powder is almost used up, but not quite, so it's all crumbled and it's a mess, but yeah, sorry that it's a mess. I'm just finishing it up. I do really like the Bourjois Healthy Mix range. It's one of my favorite drugstore makeup line like ranges, and I definitely recommend it if you're looking for any like face-based products at the drugstore. Also, I didn't really do a good job of blending this foundation down my neck today. You should probably do that. I just don't care today, but it's good to blend your foundation down your neck so you don't look like you're wearing a mask. I just happen to be going nowhere because it's lockdown. Yeah, so I'm really excited for the Olympics. I think the gymnastics comes on tomorrow, so I'm going to be watching that on TV. I watched the opening ceremony last night. I watched the beginning of it, but then I was really tired, so I went to bed. But I kind of felt like I knew who was going to be the torch holder. I just knew it was going to be her. She's such a great tennis player, and I just felt like she was going to be the person who lit the Olympic like flame. I just knew it was going to be her. And then when it was her, I was like, ah, my big brain. If it was someone else, I would have been like, oh, cool, good for them. But like, I was really happy for her because I was proud of her. I really like her and I like what she stands for and I like her attitude. I think she's a great person and I like her vibes. Great sportswoman. I'm also going to do a little bit of bronzer. Not too much, just a little bit to bring some warmth and dimension back to the face. My bronzer is somewhere over here. I'm going to be using the Body Shop's honey bronzer. Just looks like this. It's in this really gorgeous like translucent packaging with these like honeycomb designs on it, and the pressed pan originally had honeycombs all over it. As you can see, I've used it quite a fair bit, so most of the honeycomb pattern has disappeared now. But yeah, I'm using the Hoola bronzer from Benefit, the Hoola bronzer brush. And I feel like this honey bronzer has a slight honey scent as well. I don't know, it could just be in my head, but I feel like it has a sweet honey scent, just very, very subtly. Nothing overwhelming, nothing like, ooh, honey. But I can smell it. I'm going to take this down the neck as well. Even though I didn't take my foundation down the neck, I just feel like it's not hard to take a bit of bronze down the neck. Just to even out, make sure that the neck and the rest of the body blends into the face and it looks a bit more cohesive. It also gives a little bit of like structure. It makes your jawline look a little bit more like chiseled and defined when you bring a bit more shadow down there. I'm not shy with this bronzer at all because it's actually quite a light one on my skin tone. Like I'm my winter self right now and it's like pretty pale, so I don't find that like I can go too hard with this bronzer. Like if I set my whole face with this bronzer, I'll just look like my spring summer skin tone. So it's like not that dark anyway. So I'm not shy to go in with it, but I'm not going to go too much. I'm just going to like not be shy. I'm going to also bronze the sides of my nose, not really contouring it, just like bronzing it so that it has a little bit like of warmth there. And I also want to use some blush. The blush that I want to use is the Kylie Pink Dreams blush. This is what it looks like, and she reformulated this recently. I watched a review on her new reformulated blushes compared to her old ones, and they seem to be like not that different, but what confused me is some of the shades are not identical in the new reformulated versions. Like the shades compared from the new versus the old, they're not identical, which surprised me because you'd think that when you reformulate an identical formula, you would keep it the same. I find this powder blush to be quite powdery, to be honest. Like, look at all that kick up. It's just, if you tap it, just so much comes out. And it's quite like a not pigmented blush, which is kind of a nice thing. Like it blurs and like blends really nicely into the cheeks, but it just, I want like a lot of pink today, especially because like it's a pink day, it's a pink sugar day. And so I feel like I'm like building it up quite a lot to get the kind of pinkness that I'm looking for. But you know, if you're a more subtle person than me, this is a really good blush. And I think that her new formula, I haven't tried it myself, but from the reviews that I've seen so far, her new reformulated version of this blush seems to be really nice in formula as well. I just think some of the shades are slightly different, but they're still beautiful shades. They're not like bad shades anymore or something. Like they're still gorgeous. They're just not identical to what they used to be. But you know, maybe they're better. I don't know. I haven't tried them yet. But that was Kylie's Pink Dreams blush. I'm now going to go in with some eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using, of course, the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. I'm going to be going in with the shade, I'm going to go in with Coconut Cream just to set the whole lid. It's that large, bright shade there. What you can also do with that shade if you would like, I'm not going to do this today, but you can also set your under eyes. Actually, I might do a little bit. You can take that shade if it's like okay on your skin tone. It's a bit bright and like light for me, but like if you just take that underneath the eyes, it just sets that area a little bit brighter and brings a little bit more lightness to that area. I'm also going to take this all over the mobile lid, actually just all over the eyelid, just to bring some brightness for the base of my eyeshadow today, just to set a nice bright base. I'm going in with some like pinks later, and I would like everything to be like pink and light and girly, and yeah, so I'm just powdering. I'm also going to take this under the eyes a bit. I just feel like it looks like the vibe I'm going for. Okay, next I'm going to take this shade down here, and it is called Mousse. It's this matte, like light brown neutral kind of shade. I'm going to take the same brush. This brush, by the way, it's just this one from Real Techniques. It has no name on it, so I can't tell you what it is. I'm really sorry, but it's just like a fluffy blending base kind of brush. And see how this is such a subtle shade? It just adds a little bit of contour to the eye, giving a little bit of shape to the socket. So that's what I'm going to do on both sides with the shade Mousse. Super easy. Maybe I should like take a little bit of this to contour the nose. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to blend that out a bit. Did you know because of my nose, I feel like I prefer this side of my face. I always contour this side of my nose more than this side. It's just my preference. I just like to contour this side a little more, so when I like take photos on this side, it's like super defined. If I take photos on this side, it's not looking bad just because I contoured like overly on this side. I just prefer it this way. Anyway, I'm gonna take this shade Puddin', which is this one over here. It's kind of like a cooler tone shade, right next to the pink sugar shade. I'm gonna use the same brush and just dip into that and smudge that through in a similar kind of shape on the eye. This is a super easy look today, super basic, but I'm into it. There we go. I'm going to blend a little bit later, so I'm not too stressed about like a little bit of patchiness on the outside there because I can always fix that up. And I'm going to actually, I want a little bit of like shimmer, so I'm going to take this shade down here called Rum Raisin. It's kind of like a shimmery, neutral to maybe even cool toned like shimmer shade, and I'm just going to also blend that through the crease kind of that we're creating out here. And I'm not shy about fallout or like it not being blended enough because I can always go in and clean up any fallout and blend any areas that need to be cleaned up. So I'm just going to clean it up right now using the powder brush that we use to powder our faces for any fallout we might have. And then I'm also going to take this little duo fiber eye brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to blend the whole thing just so that it's super seamless and cohesive. This is really easy, just like a simple smoky smudge. If anything's looking uneven, like I want a little bit more on the outer corner here, I can just take the brush and dip into that darkest shade Pudding again and deepen that up in the outer corner just to like lift the eye in like a cat shape. I like cat eye shapes the most on me. It's like my preference. But you can take this in whatever shape you want. If you prefer a more like halo looking shape, you could do that. If you prefer more in the middle, you could do that. I just prefer the cat eye on the way my eyelids look. Okay, I think it's time to go in with the pink. There is a lot of fallout, but that's okay. I'm going to use this brush here for the pink. It is from Nude by Nature, and it is called the concealer brush. It's just a flat kind of, oops, I almost dropped the palette. It's just like a flat kind of packing brush, and I'm going to dampen it with a little bit of this L'Oreal Infallible Magic Setting Spray, just so that the brush is like a little bit more tacky. Oh, I should conceal the lid first. I'm going to use this little concealer brush from Real Techniques and a little bit of concealer. I'm just going to pat this over the front of the inner corner of my mobile lid. You'll see what I mean, just so that it's got a little bit of something going on before we go in with the actual color. Just so that this area, the color sticks to it more. I'm creating like a tacky base for that shade Pink Sugar to stick to. Pink Sugar is kind of like a crumbly, glittery, pale pastel pink shade in the palette, and so it's very, very light. So by putting on a light base as well, it gives it something more to like stand out against. Okay, I'm going in just straight into that pink shade there. It's kind of like pink with a gold reflect through it. I'm just going to pat that onto the concealer. And I'm kind of patting it onto the concealer rather than like dragging it, just because by patting it, it turns out more vibrantly and you can see like the pink and gold shifts through it. Oh, it looks so pretty. I love it. I'm also going to take it into the inner corner. I didn't put concealer on the inner corner. I'm just going to take the pink into the inner corner, because the thing is with the pink, if I put concealer in the inner corner, it would have been like too bright for my personal preference. So I'm just going to use the brush without concealer as a base, and just the damp brush by itself is giving me like a really pretty amount of shimmer without it being too intense for my personal preference. But if you wanted it to be brighter and more intense in there, you could use concealer. I'm just going to go in on the other eye now, picking up the pigment. It's super loose, and like as you can tell when I dip into it, it's really messy. So unfortunately this is actually not a shade that I reach for that often, even though it's super beautiful and you can see the shimmer that's coming out of it. I'll zoom you in. Like it's super glittery and pretty. It's just one of those shades that's kind of more difficult to work with, so I don't often reach for it just because of the difficulty. But you know, if you just have a little bit more time and patience to work with the shade, it's actually very, very pretty. So I do like having it in the palette, and it does add like a different dimension to the palette. Like it takes the palette in kind of a different direction. So I do understand why they put it in here. I just think it's not like the easiest kind of formula to use. Maybe I would have preferred like a more shimmery shade, like these kind of shimmers down here, but it is what it is. Anyway, this is what the eyes look like, and I'm really happy with the way it's come out. It's like a super soft, light, pink, girly kind of look. I'm going to go away now for a sec just to do my liner, my lashes, and my brows, and I'll come back to do highlight with you in a jiffy. See you in a sec. Actually, it's been a while since I've done my lashes on camera with you guys, so I thought I'd show you me doing my lashes today. I'm using these kind of natural brown mix lashes from Daiso Cosmetics. I chose these because they have a flared kind of shape, and also because they're kind of a more natural style for myself. So I'm going to be opening these up. This is my first time trying these particular lashes. I have tried a lot of Daiso lashes before, and a lot of the time I do like them, so I'm keen to try these ones out. I'm just gonna grab my tweezers in a sec. Wait, I'll just pull them out with my finger. Hopefully that works out. Okay, the lash band that this is on. Oh, I like just bent it with my fingernail at the end. Can you see that? It's a little wonky now. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to grab my lash tweezers. I have these ones from Essence, and they're kind of some special curved tweezers that are supposed to help with lash application. And I'm just going to grab the lash. It's got a sticky, like, stuff on it. I don't know what this stuff is, but I'm just going to put my lash glue over the top. The lash glue that I use is the clear duo lash glue. It comes out white and it dries clear. So I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit of that lash glue onto the strip. I'm going to trim off the excess of the ends as well, just because the actual lash band is a little bit longer than the lashes. I usually customize my lashes just a little bit, just so they fit my eye shape better. The first time I usually just trim off the ends, and then if they're too long after that, I can always trim them further the next time I use them. Usually when I have lashes, I get like at least like 5 uses out of them, or at least I try to, because, you know, get more bang for your buck that way. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of lash glue on the lash band straight from the nozzle. That's the way I usually do it. I just kind of make a bubble of glue on the nozzle and run it along until it's properly coated. And then I just take that and directly apply it to the lash line. Looking in the mirror, of course, because I need to do that. And then I can always go in to like make sure it's placed nicely. There we go. Without lashes, with lashes. I just wanted a little something, and these have really done the job. They've just given me something. It's still drying, so there's going to be white lash glue everywhere. I'll go off camera to do the other eye, and I'll show you when I've done both lashes. Just popped it down, but it's a little bit too far out that way, so I'm just going to pull it inwards a bit. Make sure the angle is right. There we go. Oh no, my inner corner's peeling. Just going to fix that up. Okay, there we go. Now, while we wait for the lash glue to dry, I thought we could do our highlight together. I say like we're actually doing it together. I doubt people actually follow along with my tutorials. If you do, I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments if you actually follow my tutorials or what I'm up to. I'm just going to find my highlighter brush. I'm going to be using this angled highlighter brush from Real Techniques and the shade Flexitarian from Colourpop in their Super Shock Cheek formula. And I'm just going to be packing this onto the high points of my face. So that's going to be the cheekbones, down the center of the nose in kind of like a straight line. I just really like a good straight highlight down the center of the nose there. On the cheekbones, it's a really intense, bright, glinty kind of highlight, so it's going to be very intense, but I really like how icy it is, and I feel like it brings like a further lightness to this look, because this is a very like bright look for me. Taking that on the other cheekbone as well, of course. I'm also going to take this on the brow bone, so up here just above the eyebrow and on the actual brow bone, but I'll use a different brush for that. Maybe I won't. We'll see what happens. Just want to blend this on a bit more. This highlight isn't like a more champagne-y one, so because this is a more like pinky white kind of themed look in my opinion, or at least I'm trying to make it that way, I'm going for my like icier highlight because I feel like icy vibes. Let's go in with the highlight kind of on the brow bone. I'm trying to choose a brush, sorry. It's a tough choice. I'm going to use This is a tapered blending brush from Nude by Nature. It's a little bit blue. Sorry about that. It's not actually going to pay up as blue on my eyes. Like there isn't going to be any blue payoff. Oh, there's my dog woofing. My brushes, some of them are stained blue because I've been doing a lot of blue looks recently. I'm just blending it in with my finger. And I always find that my blue shades and my green shades from my palette, from my BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette, they tend to stain my brush bristles. It eventually washes out after a while, but like at the moment, my bristles are stained blue, so it's not a big deal. Some of them are bluer than others. Like this isn't that blue, but like there's a hint of blue, whereas like some of my brushes, they are quite blue in my opinion. So, you know, some are more blue than others, but it's okay because it doesn't actually like show up on the actual makeup that I'm doing. I just happen to have blue bristle brushes for a bit. I'm going to blend over here a little bit more, and then I'm going to go in with lips. I'm going to go in with a glossy lip today just because it's a really girly vibe, and I feel like what is girlier than gloss? I'm going to be using one of my favorite glosses from the drugstore of all time, and it is from the NYX Butter Gloss range in the shade number 13 Fortune Cookie. It just looks like this. I have had this in my life for a very long time. One of my holy grail glosses of all time, to be honest, high-end or drugstore. And it just is like such a cute baby pink kind of shade. It's not too pink, because if I wear like too pink of a lip gloss, I feel like it looks odd on my skin tone. It's more of a nude pink. It's really pretty. I love this. I'm like, if you can tell through the packaging, it's like totally running out. I need to get some new ones. I've ordered some on eBay and they're on their way, so hooray. This is the completed look. Let me take my hair out because I would like this to be a hair out kind of look. My scrunchie, by the way, that's from Brandy Melville. Let's find my, I'm a center parting kind of girl, so let's find a center parting. I should have worn jewelry for this, like a necklace or something. Oh well, it's too late now. This is the completed look. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Oh, let's put some setting spray on. Comment down below what you'd like to see from me in future. I'm open to any suggestions, whatever you would like to see from me. I have some clothing hauls coming up, lots more makeup videos, but I'm interested in anything that you guys would like to see from me. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. I upload very frequently, and hopefully I'll see you in a future video soon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye!
So yeah, here is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed recording it. I hope you enjoy my makeup tutorials because I have a lot of fun making them. They kind of take longer to film than other videos that I make just because I actually have to like create them on camera and like come up with the concept and everything. But I do really enjoy makeup, so it's something I'm passionate about, and I don't really feel like it's a chore because it's something that I have fun doing. So thanks for watching all the way through. You know all the YouTube things to do if you'd like to, you know, join as a member or anything like that. You can follow me everywhere, yada yada. Hope you're doing well. Sending you big love today. Stay safe. I hope your family is happy and healthy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Love you lots. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.